Hi guys, welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Susan Paul here and welcome back to today's video. In today's video, actually, I'm going to be talking about when should I start going for antenatal clinic as a pregnant mother. Interesting. So kindly, if you haven't yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, kindly subscribe, share, like, and if this is your first time here, you're much welcome. Feel at home. Kindly subscribe and stay at home. And if you're my returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. Kindly watch the video till the end and share also to your friends. Yeah. So to me, what I actually asked my doctor at the time when I noticed that I'm pregnant, like for me, I noticed that I'm pregnant after 1 month. Like I have now, it was actually in Feb. It was in Feb. Now we were in March, early March, and that is the time now when I noticed that I am pregnant. In the morning when I woke up, I was actually supposed to go to work, and I went to brush my teeth. I went to take a shower. After I took a shower and I was now brushing my teeth, I vomited anyhow, and I played it easy. I was like, maybe I've swallowed the Colgate or things like that. Yeah, I was not that sure whether it will happen because I never expected it to happen so early, because I had just moved in with my husband. So I went to the doctor, and the doctor told me actually that I'm pregnant. I'm 1 month and 2 weeks pregnant. And I consulted that doctor. I asked the doctor that when am I supposed to start antenatal, because I had no any other option, because um, on the other way I was thinking, what should I do now? Can I, if I tell now that my husband that I'm pregnant, like, and then he tells me to go away, and then he denies that he's not his, things like that. And I was literally confused after I left the hospital, and I came home and I sat down and I was like, whatever the case may be, after all, now I am at work. I don't care what happens. I don't care what he's going to tell me. Let me just go on with this. So the doctor told me actually I have to start antenatal at 3 months. Okay, so the main time you should start antenatal now, because there are so many infections anyhow, anywhere. You have to start the very time you notice that you are pregnant. You have to go to the hospital, start antenatal as fast as possible, because they even have to check you whether you're safe, whether you don't have any other diseases. Okay, most especially, actually, it is advisable like that these days. The very, whether you're 1 month, whether you're 3 weeks and you notice that you're pregnant, you have to go to the hospital, so that they have to check you, and then they protect the baby from any disease you have, they find that you have. Most especially for the HIV patients. If you're actually HIV positive, you have to go to your advice to go to the hospital even at 2 weeks pregnant, and get tested. If they notice that you're not swallowing the medicine, so they can tell you, they can give you advice, they can consult you, and then they can give you the medicine to keep the baby protected, not to be affected by the disease. Okay, it is really advisable, and I can recommend you guys, you have to do that. If you're a first time mom, these days that disease is anywhere. If you're a first time mom and you just notice today you are pregnant, tomorrow run to the hospital and start antenatal. Remember, antenatal, they test you. I remember for me, or the first day when I went there, I was tested for HIV, for malaria. They took my blood to test for different types of diseases, so that if they find that I have one, they can give me the medicine that they can protect the baby in the womb not to be affected. And let me tell you something, if you don't start antenatal as early as possible, the infections that you had long time ago, let's say maybe you have gonorrhea, let's say maybe you have different types of diseases. Also, the baby in the womb can be affected by that disease. Trust me, can be affected for that disease. This is the reality. So that's why it is recommended on the first time you notice you're pregnant, either 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month. Better go early. Get tested and protect the baby from any other disease so that that baby can be born very healthy, because that baby is innocent, does not know this, all of this is how you got them. Okay, so it is recommended 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 1 month. Anytime you find out that you're pregnant, do not hesitate, do not fear, because in the hospital they can protect you and your unborn baby. Okay, that is the work of the of the doctors. Yeah, that is their work, to protect you and your unborn baby. You understand? They can give you the medicine, like I said. You have to go and get the medicine and start swallowing it. It is called fast, something like that. It's a red tablet, very small tablet. Okay, a very small tablet. That one is given free of charge in government hospitals. So actually, I can recommend you to be going to for government hospital, because in a private hospitals you pay. Okay, and that time, if you don't have money, where will you run? And that medicine is done, and that is the day you have to go for another antenatal. What will you do? You miss that medicine, is a problem. So I prefer you start your antenatal in public hospitals, because they really care a lot. Okay, they care a lot. And I don't mean private don't care, but they care. But them, they, everything is money. Okay, everything is money. Me, I started my antenatal in public hospital, and I did not spend any dime apart from the book, my antenatal book. That is the only book I spent the money. And that was even in my first antenatal. And the checkup, because they did not check me inside the hospital, they sent me to the laboratory outside the hospital. So that's why I spent the money. But in the rest of my antenatal, from the beginning, from the second one to the end, I did not spend any dime at all. So public hospitals are really better for pregnant women, because they can even give you all the advice that you want. You ask, they can give you. And then also in that book, when you're buying that book for antenatal, that book has everything about the baby, about the pregnancy, from the beginning, from A to Z. You'll get all that in that book. Okay, so another thing, what I can tell you, when you're starting antenatal, don't ever miss it, because if you miss it, you don't know what will happen. Okay, if you start it, in the book, actually it is written, if you go today, they can tell you to come either after 2 months, or they can write for you the date, and you have to mark that date. When it is that day, you have to go for your antenatal. Don't miss it. It is for your sake and the sake of your unborn baby. Okay, because that antenatal that you're starting, every time when you go for antenatal, they have to shake you. They have to also to shake the baby in the home. They massage you home to shake the baby, how the baby is sleeping, what position is the baby sleeping, which is very, very important. So never miss it. Start antenatal anytime. Anytime you notice that you're pregnant, don't miss it out. Start it and protect your baby. Okay? But long time ago, actually, before all this, it used to be at 3 months or 4 months. They can tell you come at 3 months or come at 4 months when you're 4 months. But these days, anytime you find that you're pregnant, just go for antenatal. Anytime. don't waste time, because there are so many diseases these days people carry in their bodies. We carry it in their bodies and we don't know we are having this disease, that such and such a disease. That's when we delay to go for antenatal and you give birth to the baby, you give birth to the baby with a baby which has many complications in the baby, many complications, like, you know, many things happen, okay, in the hospital when you give birth. Either they find the baby has such and such infection, mara the baby is sick, mara the baby starts medicines at that very time of birth, which is really not good, really bad. So that's why I can recommend you that forget about these other things of 3 months, 4 months, forget about it. I can tell you that today you find that you're pregnant, go to the doctors, go to the hospital and start your antenatal, okay? Don't miss it out. So that's all actually for today's video. Meanwhile, for me, that I can tell you, I started mine actually at 3 months. I started my antenatal at 3 months. But for now, it is anytime that you find that you're pregnant, go and get checked up and start your antenatal clinic. Okay, so thank you so much for tuning. That's all for today's video. Thank you so much for being with me, and I really appreciate your support, Team SP. See you on the next video. Bye.